Okay. Good evening and welcome everyone. Thank you so much for taking your time and joining me this evening to practice mindfulness. As usual, we'll go through some kind of ground rules, housekeeping first. I hope you're sitting in a quiet place, and if you're using your mobile phones, keep them in silent mode. So just in case if they ring, will not get disturbed during the session. Preferably use headphones or earphones. That gives you better sound quality. And before we begin with the context for the session, let's quickly do a quick check-in as we do usually. Those who have been attending this session since last almost 3 weeks now, you know what this check-in is all about. Just one word or one line. How do you feel? And you can type that in the chat box. So please feel free to share your emotions, your feelings with everyone. It gives us some kind of an opportunity to connect with each other on this remote tool. So just use the chat box and put in how you're feeling. So I'll start. I'm feeling pretty relaxed this evening. Yeah, Nisarg is saying ready to accept new things. Thank you, Nisarg. Poonam is saying she's feeling good. Thank you, Poonam. Mauli, little stressed. Oh, there's a concern there. Thank you for sharing, Chandramauli. Anyone else there? Samir is saying he's also relaxed. Thank you for sharing, Samir. I see Anjali there. Manish. Okay, I guess I'm not able to reach Anjali. Manish is saying he's also feeling relaxed. Okay, so as usual, the plan is for kind of next half an hour or so. And I have Manish with me, who is a co-facilitator. I'm going to be hosting this session today. And just in case, if I get any technical difficulty, if you come across drop in the network or anything else, Manish is going to take off from me and ensure kind of continuity of the session. You may hear some change in volume, change in voice. Please bear with us. That is just in case if we face any difficulty on the technical front. Apart from that, we are pretty much ready to get in the session. And before we do that, just let me give you a background what we're going to be doing today, right? We've been running these sessions for last almost 4 weeks. This is the 4th week that we are running these sessions, and tomorrow is going to be our last session. And those who have gone through these sessions right since beginning may have experienced what we are going to do today. The intention being, I want to leave you with a simple technique for meditation, which tackle and we go back to our life. If you're able to take out just 5 to 10 minutes from your busy schedule, you should be able to do this kind of a meditation. And that's the aim for today. So the practice that we're going to do today, you might have seen this, you might have experienced this with some other facilitator maybe, if you've gone through the sessions right since beginning. And if you're not, that's also fine, because it's very, very basic and simple way to meditate. And that's the whole intention, that at the end of it all, if you're going to have some takeaway, a technique, a simple technique that you can use on your own, then I think we'll be successful in organizing the sessions for last so many weeks. Now, so let me explain to you about this technique then, and how basic and simple this technique is. This is called as see, hear, and feel, focusing on our ability to see, our ability to hear, and our ability to feel. Now, actually, you know that human beings have 5 senses. We have senses called as seeing, hearing, okay, feeling, the touch, okay. We also feel the taste, and then we can smell also, right? So touch, smell, and taste, they all put together in this technique, and then we call them feel as one category. So our ability to see, hear, and feel, these are the 3 things that we're going to be focusing today. Now, why do we really do that? Why is it so important for us that we need to be reminded of these senses that we have with us since our birth on this mother nature? I mean, since the time we are born, we do have the senses. But now when it comes to mindfulness, we're saying that, okay, we'll be using some kind of a so-called technique around these senses. So why is it so important over here that we need to be reminded of these senses? And the reason is because the senses are with us since our childhood, since our birth, we're taking them for granted, right? We're not conscious every time that we see something new. We're not conscious when we feel something, and we're definitely not conscious when we hear anything. Yeah, we directly jump into drawing some conclusions based on what we see, what we hear, what we feel, and our thought process takes over our entire operating system, if I may say so. So we make a lot of decisions, we get into some kind of experience, some kind of feelings, we react to situations, we respond to situations based on what our 5 senses are telling us, right? But then in the process, we take them so much to be granted that we directly jump on the thinking faculty that we have, and we start reacting to the situations around us, right? So the whole point around mindfulness is to become more conscious about what's happening around us and what's happening within us. And if that's the point, we need to be really very, very conscious about the senses that we're using, the senses that we're using to engage with this universe which is around us, right? The senses that we're using to collect information, and then based on that, make some judgments, make some processing in our brain, and get into some kind of thinking and reacting to that situation. So if you're conscious about the senses, possibly our reaction to the inputs that we're getting, to the stimulus that we're getting through these senses could be different. And that's what the mindfulness is going to be helping us with. So how can we really be better connected, if I may say so, with our senses? How can we be more aware of them? And that's why time has come for us to take a pause and at least get in touch with them in a focused manner, right? So in this technique, apart from using these 3 faculties that we have, our ability to see, our ability to hear, and our ability to feel, there are 3 more other things that I want to tell you. And those 3 things are called as CCE, right? First C stands for concentration. The next C stands for clarity, yeah, and the E stands for equanimity, right? So when we are going to get in touch with our senses, we should be able to concentrate on the sense that we pick up, right? It could be either see or hear or feel, right? We should get in touch with those senses with tremendous clarity about what we are seeing, what we are hearing, what we are feeling. And the third thing that I told you about was equanimity. That means whatever we are seeing, whatever we are hearing, and whatever we are feeling, we should be neutral about it. So there should not be any judgment around it. We should not evaluate what we are seeing, why we are seeing it, whatever we are hearing. Oh, why we are hearing it? I mean, is there anything going on in my mind which is troubling me? So no evaluation, just we are going to hear what's going on in the mind or what's going on around us. And whatever you're feeling, I mean, you could be feeling some pain in your body, some pain in your muscle, pain in the joint. So without evaluation, why am I feeling this pain? What's wrong with me? We'll just feel the pain, right? So equanimity stands for accepting anything that is coming to you through your senses without any judgment, without any evaluation. So we're trying to detach ourselves from the senses, and then we're trying to look at them with some kind of a points of our interface with the universe and the data that we're getting from the universe, either from outside or some of it could be simply getting generated within us, right? So it could be, for example, some kind of feeling of quiet and relaxation that I'm feeling inside me. That's okay. I mean, this is a feeling which is getting generated inside. Whereas if I'm touching something which is outside in the external world, I may have a sense of that touching. That's my interface with the external world, and that's also fine. It's a feeling. Okay. So see, hear, and feel, these three things could be getting generated from external world, or it could be coming from within us. Right. So I'll just repeat, it's very, very simple technique. We're going to be focusing today on three faculties that we have: our ability to see, hear, and feel. And while doing so, we'll be using three principles: concentration, clarity, and equanimity. Okay. So if you're ready, let's get into around 10 to 15 minutes of practice. You just have to follow the instructions that I give you, and then just surrender to the process without thinking about it. Simply surrender yourself to the process. So let's begin. So sit in a comfortable place. You may be sitting on a chair, or you could be sitting on the floor in cross-legged position. Either way, it is fine. Gently close your eyes. If you're sitting on a chair, keep both your feet flat on the floor. If you're sitting on the floor, feel the sense of groundedness with the Mother Earth. Now, start relaxing your body. Starting from your head. Release any tension or stress from your face. Relax your eyebrows. Soften your eyes. Bring a hint of smile to your lips. Relax your jaw. You may feel your tongue is getting withdrawn in your mouth. Relax your shoulders. Rest both the hands on your lap. Open the fists. Open your palms. Let both the palms face upwards. Relax your legs. And take a deep breath a few times. So breathe in as deeply as you can. Followed by a long breath out. So deep breath in and the long breath out. So continue with deep inhales and long exhales for a few moments. Feel the relaxation with every exhale. As you breathe out, body relaxes. The muscles around your chest, the muscles around your lungs feel complete relaxation as you breathe out. Now, return to your natural rhythm of breathing. With your eyes closed, you may see a screen in front of or behind your eyes. It could be a blank screen, or there could be some images floating around the screen. A screen that could be dark or bright. Just get in touch with your sensory ability to see. And absorb whatever you're seeing without any judgment, without any evaluation. Just witness what is happening on the screen. Concentrate on your ability to see for a few moments. Just stay there without any thinking. Each time you see something different, label the experience as see. So you see something different, label it by see. Simply say it to yourself. Even if the screen is blank, accept it as it is and label the experience see. Now, gently move to your ability to hear. Hear the sounds around you. Even if they're subtle, with full concentration, try to hear as clearly as you can. Whatever you hear, accept it as it is, without any judgment, without any evaluation. Just labeling the experience as here. Including my voice that you're hearing. Just accept it as it flows in. hear some chatter, some talk in your mind. Simply experience it without much thinking. Just witness the chatter in your mind, the thoughts which are going on in your mind. Let them pass through as if they're clouds in the open skies. There's no need to evaluate those thoughts. Simply witness them and accept them as they are. Every time you hear something new around you or some new thoughts in your mind, label the experience here and move on to the next experience. Just be with this sensory faculty of hearing for a few moments. Now, let us experience feel. Feel the points on your body which are touching the chair or the bed or the floor where you're sitting. Just feel the sensation of the touch. Feel the places or the touch points where your hands are touching your legs or your lap. And feel the sensation there. Feel the relaxation in your body as you're practicing this mindfulness. If there is any emotional activity inside the body, get in touch with that and feel those emotions. Accept them without any judgment, without any evaluation. Just feel. Feel your breath. Feel the life that gets inside your body as you breathe in, and the relaxation that you experience when you breathe out. Feel this amazing power of your body which brings in life with every inhale. And takes out toxicities with every exhale. The process goes on and on without we noticing. Now it's time to feel this process as you breathe in and breathe out. No judgment, no evaluation. Simply be in touch with your breath or the emotions or the feelings that you're experiencing. Stay there for a few moments. Each new experience, you label it as feel. Now, having done these three senses separately, let's surrender ourselves and experience whatever you're noticing, be it seeing, hearing, or feeling. Let it go random. Just every time you have any new experience, label it with proper title. So you hear something from outside or from within your mind, just label it as here and move on to next experience. If you feel something externally or internally, label it as feel and move on. Same thing goes with seeing. Just drench yourself with these experiences of seeing, hearing, and feeling by labeling them. There's no need to rush. You may pass on some experiences without labeling, and that's okay. So at a steady pace, just move on from experience to experience. And each time, label them. Stay with this dance for a few moments. A symphony of seeing, hearing, and feeling, going on and on and on, without any judgment, without any evaluation, just to be in the present moment. Now, as we come to the end of the session, gently wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, and slowly get in touch with the environment around you and open your eyes when you feel comfortable. Thank you so much. Thank you for spending this lovely 15 minutes with me. And I hope you'll be able to practice it in your day-to-day life. It's as simple as taking out 5 to 10 minutes and focusing on our senses, our abilities to see, hear, and feel.